It disappeared. It disappeared. It disappeared. It disappeared. It disappeared. It disappeared. A fine, full, dignified beard.
We still have the final 3 pages or 4 pages of this Psychopathic Records Hatchet House contract. And I just wanted to make sure we got to the rest of it. Little bit of a review. If you weren't here for the last 3 of these wonderful episodes, these pages are not Twisted's contract. I want to fucking disclaim that shit again, because I never once said that. I never once claimed that, and I don't want anybody to get it misconstrued. These documents are verified by me individually to be real. I'm not going to tell anybody whose they are. And I'm also going to say I don't think they were ever signed. So they weren't legally binding in any case. But money aside, which we talked about the money stuff that was involved in this particular contract. But even if you toss that part out, the clauses and meat of this fucking legal agreement are very worrisome. And they're very much in line with a situation no one as an artist or a musician would want to be in. Let's see. Use of the words like forever, in perpetuity, when it comes to things like rights over your merchandise and things like that, those are all bad things. But we're past all that now. We're to the area of the contract. Let me make sure I'm on my right page here. Okay, yep, we talked about that. We talked about concert tours and concert shows. That's the money they get to keep. That's the money where it's all of it, which explains why motherfuckers stay on the road. If staying on the road makes you make more money, then I can see why motherfuckers would stay on the road. Let's see. Yep, we talked about that one. It assigns the exclusive right throughout the territory in perpetuity to use your everything against you, and you can't sue them, even if they fucking say something you didn't want them to say. The artist has full right and power and authority to enter this agreement. Let's see. All right, that's all just legalese for the person who's signing the contract on behalf of the artist is legally capable of doing so. Now, this shit's really dense. And this is a lot of this stuff. The artist will not re-record any of the compositions recorded hereunder for 5 years following the end of the term. That's a weird clause. I suppose you could re-record stuff and have new masters after 5 years. I don't know what that means. I'm confused by that clause. Artist is at least 18. This is all the stuff like you can work in this country. If you don't, you have the right paperwork. Wait, what? Artist acknowledges that the services to be provided by the artist hereunder are of a unique, special, extraordinary, unusual, intellectual, and irreplaceable character, which gives them a peculiar value, and the loss of which cannot reasonably or adequately be compensated for by damages in an action of law. And that in the event of a breach of any of the material terms hereof, company shall be caused irreparable injury. In such event, company shall have the right, in addition to its other rights and remedies, to seek injunctive relief in order to prevent the continuation of such breach. Artist acknowledges that the services hereunder are of a unique, special, which gives them a peculiar value. I think that says that you understand that you're one of a kind. And that if you leave the company, that the company will suffer irreparable harm. And in such the event, the company has the right to sue you for that harm. That's fucking weird. Artist acknowledges. I don't understand what that fully means. Artist acknowledges, which means that whoever signed this contract acknowledges that the services to be provided by the artist hereunder, okay, yeah, so songs, fucking being whatever, are of a special, unique, extraordinary, unusual, intellectual, and irreplaceable, which gives them a peculiar value, the loss of which cannot reasonably or adequately be compensated for by damages. Yeah, so I don't know. Like if you take away the character, you can get sued for leaving. That's what that says. I think that says you can get sued for leaving. If I'm wrong, somebody let me know. Artist acknowledges that the services to be provided by artist hereunder are of a special, unique, extraordinary, unusual, intellectual, and irreplaceable character, which gives them a peculiar value, the loss of which cannot reasonably or adequately be compensated for by damages in an action of law, and that in the event of a breach of any of the material terms hereof. Oh, okay. I see. So, if you fuck up, they can extra sue you. So, if they're going to deliver you your royalty statements and payments, you have 45 days if they didn't give you enough money to give them in writing. Artists will be deemed to have consented to the accuracy of all royalty statements and payments, and they will be binding upon the artist and will be deemed as accurate unless you give a specific reason in writing stating the basis thereof within 45 days of the date such statement was rendered. So they're going to pay you, and if they pay you too little, you got to write a letter saying, look, you paid me too little, and this is exactly why. But then they can still say no. See, all this shit doesn't mean anything. I'm not even interested in this sort of shit. Because to be honest, there's one major clause in here that I know is coming that makes it so it doesn't matter what this piece of paper says. And this is the one I can't believe people let fly, and the one that people sign. It's a little ridiculous. Oh, here we go. Nothing contained in this agreement. Hold on, let me make sure. Okay. Nothing contained in this agreement shall be deemed to create the relationship of employer or employee or any other relationship, including but not limited to joint venture or partnership, other than that of an independent contract between artist and company. Each party shall be responsible for its own taxes. If company pays or is required to pay any taxes. Okay, so that statement has to do with taxes. But that statement says a lot more than that. This agreement shall not be deemed to have created any type of relationship, whether it was family, whether it was friends. This is literally a couple of dudes who got signed to a record label and got butt fucked in the process for the fact that they were there for 20 years. Once again, they don't have to pay you if you don't ask for it. Notwithstanding anything contrary, company will not be obliged to render statements or pay royalties to artists hereunder unless or until at least 90 days have elapsed since the company has received such statements and royalties as may be due in regards to merchandise masters and records. Company may from time to time adjust the dates upon which statements of accounts are based and rendered and royalties are paid hereunder conform to any distribution agreement or company agreement. So they can change when they pay you. Oh, what is this? If, due to any labor controversy or adjustment thereof, or to any other causes not entirely within the company's control or which company could not by reasonable diligence have avoided, company and its distributors or record company are materially hampered in the recording, manufacture, distribution, or sale of records, or if the company's normal business operations become commercially impractical, company may suspend company's obligations hereunder. Such suspension will be in effect until written notice to artist, upon written notice to artist, and will last for the duration of any such contingency, failure, or unavailability. At company's election, a period of time equal to the duration of such suspension will be added to the end of the period. Oh, so if they determine that there's something that's out of their control, they can suspend you as an artist, which means you can't work for nobody else. You can't record no new shit or put it out. All right? But you can't go nowhere either. And then they can just add that time to your deal at the end. That, what we call in the Navy, is forced re-enlistment. They did that during the war, where they were like, look, we can't let you leave. So we're going to suspend your contract, and you just work here. You can't leave, but you're not tacking time off your shit. You're still here, though. That could explain something having to do with certain ABK people. Wait, did I just miss a page? See, I feel like I'm waking up now. Oh, I got coffee in the fridge. Wait 1 second. That's why I'm all fucked up. I didn't have my coffee. I know there were pages missing. But there was a clause on one of these pages that had to do with whether or not you could complain. That if you had a complaint, the company was sole arbitrator. What is this, page 11? Is there a page 12? No, there is not a page 12. What happened to page 12? Well, whatever. Page 12 is missing. Anyway, I think I've made my point as far as this fucking contract shit goes. Everybody wants to give certain people shit for leaving or put the blame on certain people for not putting up with being in an abusive fucking employee-employer relationship. The fact that they own everything about them forever, all their names, everything, and they can use any of that forever, that kind of bothers me. The idea of forever always bothers me.